Come on, come back. Why are you so shy?
I don't like the camera.
Don't be so camera shy. This will help you get over fears. You're going to university.
Yay!
Talk to people.
You're not gonna post this anywhere, right?
No, just on Facebook.
Oh no! Don't do
Just kidding. I usually do my own private videos.
Why is this so like weird lighting?
I have a filter thing over it. Blue light filter, so because it's 8:30 or yeah.
Oh, and you want
So yeah.
smart. Hey, my phone has that function too.
Yeah, mine does too now.
Yeah, so
But,
like, 'cause before I had the app that would do it for me, but like it's built into my phone, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
nice. It's so cool.
I have to delete the app for it too, I think.
Okay, I just wanted to say hello.
Hi.
And that I love you. Yeah, so I went on a hike. I walked for 3 hours.
Crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so healthy. As I eat chips downstairs.
It's okay, you deserve it. Just
I
don't
know.
eat too much. And save some for me. So that's my sister. I wanted to think about it a little bit more before I turn this on, but I guess this will help me think on my feet a little. So, I wanted to talk to you about the book Influence by Cialdini. And in the book, I was on the section of authority bias and things you can do to raise your authority in them, and to raise the expert level. And it was funny, in this section he was telling a story of how waiters do this and how waiters really effectively implement this because of the tactic that they used. And so he actually went out to find a job in a few fancy restaurants. And in one of the restaurants, it became really clear that the best waiter was a guy named Vincent. And Vincent didn't have a single tactic. His strategy changed and morphed depending on the people that he was with. So, for example, if it was a family, he would be almost clownish. He would be cracking jokes, talking to all of them, including the kids, and making it fun and lighthearted. When it was a couple on a date, he would be more formal, more poised, more direct, and kind of a little more intimidating if it was a young couple. More intimidating to them, and not intimidating to them, but intimidating and directly speaking to the guy. And then if it was an older couple, he would still be poised and respectful, but he would drop his sense of power, his pride, I guess. And so he basically perfected all of that. And in a group of 8 or more, that's where you make a lot of money. He would be, when it was time to order, and he went to the first person, usually a girl. I don't know why he mentioned that as a detail, but he would say, they would be talking, and he'd say, okay, well, what would you like to order? And she would say the dish that she wanted, and he would kind of furrow his eyebrows and look at her, take a look to see if anyone was looking, and then he would lean forward and say, I'm afraid that dish isn't as quite good as it is tonight as it usually is. May I suggest blank or blank? And then the dishes that he suggested were usually dishes that were a couple, like 50 cents to $1 cheaper. So in that way, it seems like he was being detrimental to himself because he was suggesting them to get a dish that was less expensive but even better. So in that way, it raised his expertise level. And so in their eyes, he seemed like the expert. And then he would get back at them later, and like he would make jokes. He would really bond well he would connect really well. He would build a lot of rapport with the group. And later on, when they're doing their meals, he would ask, would you like me to suggest some fancy wines for you? And of course, they would be very agreeable, and he would suggest the wines. Some of them were really pricey. And the same would go for dessert. So in those ways, and in that way of playing, being fluid and adapting to the people that are coming in and using those kinds of tactics, he made a lot more money than a lot of other people. So he combined basically the authority bias with reciprocation bias, because by detrimenting himself, he kind of gave, so they gave back to him. So that's what I wanted to share. It's a cool little story, and I think if I can remember it and apply it instinctually, like Gandhi said, there's 3 levels of learning. First is listening, second is comprehension, and third is instinctual. And it's in the third level that everyone benefits, or that you benefit from it. So here's to making it instinctual, and I'm trying to film to get better at speaking so that I can do good talks. Because I really want to do that. I don't know why. I just want to be that person that's on stage telling stories, connecting with crowds, moving people, connecting with them emotionally, and we'll see where that takes me. So there you go.